The external style sheet.
The external style sheet is generally used when you want to make changes on multiple pages. It is ideal for this condition because it facilitates you to change the look of the entire website by changing just one file.
It uses the link tag on every pages, and the link tag should be put inside the head section. The rel attribute defines the relationship between a linked resource and the current document. The type attribute identifies the content between the opening and closing tags. The default value is text/CSS, which indicates that the content is CSS. The ref attribute specifies the location, URL, of the external resource, most often a style sheet file. Now, let's save this HTML file, name it index. And make sure it is save in folder. Then let's create a new file for our external CSS. Here we write a CSS code that changes the background color into black. We start by defining the selector like the body, followed by an opening and closing bracket, then declare the property and the value. I'll change the syntax and save it as .css. Make sure that the HTML files are saved at the same folder as the .css file. This way it will be more organized instead of placing them in a different folder. It should also be a practice that CSS files must have another folder inside the folder of HTML file. But for this example, I place them inside on a single folder. Let's insert an example in our index page so that we can test changes in our external CSS. Let's use a header, paragraph tag, and a list to see the differences. Then connect the CSS that we created. Make sure to insert the proper file name including the file extension, which is the .css. In my case, I named my file to style.css.
Save then refresh your browser. This way we've changed the background into black. Now let's change the color of the other tag to see some changes.
Header 1 to yellow, and the list to white. Also, I'll change the paragraph to green. Then we can change their alignment using a property named text_align. Then we can use a value like right, justify or left. For this example I am applying the 3 alignments so that you can see the difference. And this is how it looks like. We can also put them in a container using a div tag, then change the div tag's property so that we can see how the container looks like. In HTML, div tags is an element used to define parts of a document, so that they are identifiable when a unique classification is necessary. The div tag is used as a container for HTML elements. This is how it looks like when we apply a color. Let's apply a background color to the div, example tomato as the color. And this is how it looks like when we change it to a tomato color. Now, we can also change the background color into an image, but let's change the alignment of the other tags into center. Let's remove the background color, replace it to background image, followed by the URL, and then inside the parentheses we insert the image address of the picture we want to insert. For this example, I visited unsplash.com, then search any image, right-click on the image, then copy image address or the link address. Paste it inside the parenthesis, save then refresh the browser. And this is how it looks like. The problem is image is repeated in a tile design. Go back to your text editor, then apply background repeat with a value of no repeat. Save then refresh the browser. Then we need to fix the image to fit into the screen. By applying background size with a value of 100% or auto or cover as the value. They will have the same possible output. By applying this, the image background is stretched across the screen. So this is how external CSS works and other styling elements for CSS. I hope you learned something in this tutorial. Thank you for watching.